Are you a stylist that has moved to a new area and you have to start over from scratch? Well, there are 3 things that I would make sure that you are doing, and this will make your process much easier and not feel impossible. So the first one is to work someplace that has a steady stream of clients. When I first moved to Atlanta and I started working, I actually went and worked at a really, really busy barbershop. And I'm not a barber, but I wanted some place where I could make some money and do hair and kind of get myself started. After I worked there for about 6 months, I moved to another salon that I really wanted to grow my business in, that also had a decent amount of business coming through, and I was able to bring some of those clients over. So don't break your head against the wall by working at the salon of your dreams that's in a little corner that's tucked away somewhere where nobody can find it. You can work your way up there. So first things first, get your hands on hair and start getting social proof and get reviews and get some pictures. And so that is anchor 1. Anchor 2, and a lot of people don't know this, but if you're an employee, you can have your own Google business page. And all the things that you do there will tie back to the salon that you work at. So you're not creating competition for the salon. You are just another doorway into the salon. And this works exceptionally well if you do niche services. But you can have your own Google business page. You can get your own reviews. You can start your own Instagram page where you put all the reviews on your Instagram page. You get all those reviews on the salon's Google business page too. So you have 3 places where your reviews are. And you can start optimizing your Google business page so that you're actually found online. And so then once people find you online, they can find your Instagram page and they can see how great you are and they can see all your amazing reviews. Because if they go onto the salon's Google business page, your reviews are going to get lost. And the way you put your reviews from other Google business pages onto the other Google business page is you put your reviews in the post section. So if someone reviews you on the salon's Google business page, you copy and paste that onto your Google business page post section. And then you take that review and you put it on your Instagram. And then you put all your pictures on all 3 as well. So you're creating a trifecta of social proof. The third anchor is to create a funnel system. You want to create a funnel, and it works a lot like a website does. It's very affordable. It's easy to do. You can find templates online. You can take a look. You have to buy a domain, which is very cheap. You have to buy a template, which is also very inexpensive. And so what a funnel is first things first, right? You get your Google business page optimized so that people can actually find you online. And then once you do that, they can find you on Instagram. And once that happens, your funnel will show up right below it. You can also have your booking link too, also added there. So when people find you, they see all these things stacked and they see all this social proof. And on your funnel page, a lot of people think that service providers can't have a funnel page, but it's not true. You can do an offer stack. You can do something like a color gloss, a K18 treatment, a beautiful blowout, a 15-minute spa shampoo, and then you can say normally this is $300 and today it's $200. And then what the client does is they can book an appointment with you if they want to, but what you're asking them to do is not book an appointment, but to put their name on to register for a free consultation. So once they put their name on and they put a free consultation, then you will get that in your funnel system. And then once you see that, you give them a call and you have that consultation over the phone and you make contact with them. And this is a great way to meet new clients, and 10 out of 10, I always book them. So those are the 3 things I would do. Work someplace that has clients, get your own Google business page and get your Instagram page all connected, right? You want to have everything integrated, and then create your funnel system. Once people can find you on the Google business page, they'll find your funnel. Some people also will take their funnel and attach it to Facebook ads, and of course you can do that, but you can also just have it where they find it online because you've optimized your Google business page. So these are all things that I teach in Cracking the Client Code. And I also have a ChatGPT online visibility audit that you can download. Just DM me and I'll send it to you, and you can find out on the audit what's actually holding your business back from being found online, and then you can fix it. And so that's a great starting point that's a great starting point. And then you can move on and graduate into the other layer, into the other areas of the course, because everything in my course kind of stacks upon each other. We start with Google Business Page Optimization. We go into Apple Maps, into Bing, into AI. So, you know, we're just starting right here, what's important. Then we go into local business with Instagram, other things that you can have online, like just a ton of stuff. Okay, it's got a lot of information, and then I also will be going over in more detail what a funnel system is. But in the meantime, you can either get the course and find all that in there, or you can just do a little research on different places where that can get you started with the funnel system. And so that's my recipe. If you did all those three things, and you really hustled and you really worked hard, and you got your name out there with referrals and passed out your cards and did some networking, if you did all those things together, it won't take long, especially, you know, if you're good at what you do. I don't really talk a lot about your skill level in cracking the client code, because that is something that you need to put at the top of your list. If you are lacking in skill in a certain area, or just because, you know, you haven't mastered it yet, that's something that you need to work on. That's something that you need to devote your time and energy to, because everything matters. You can do all this marketing and everything, but if you don't deliver a good product, it's going to be really hard for you to build your clientele. But if you can learn it. So if there's something that you struggle with, then just, you know, take some courses and learn. There's so much information out there right now on Instagram. And I mean, I wish when I started doing hair that I had all this information at my fingertips. But back when I started doing hair, I just took a lot of classes at places like Salon Centric, and you know, I mean, that was just my main focus, because I never wanted to be in a position where I didn't know how to do something. So that happened to me one time. Like, I was 19 years old, and this client sat in my chair, and she wanted the Friends haircut back in the 90s, a long hair shag. And I didn't know how to cut it. I had no idea. And so I was like, so what I did is I told her the truth. I told her that I didn't know how to do that haircut, and I recommended her to another stylist. I was working at a Regis, but I cannot tell you how humiliated I felt. It sucked. It really did. It sucked. And so I made sure I learned that haircut. That never happened to me again, because and it turned out to be a very, very popular haircut for many, many years to come. So I always know how to cut it. But yeah, no. You know, and even to this day, if there's a color technique or like an updo thing or a makeup thing, and I'm like, I got to learn that, because, you know, you want to stay on top of your game. You want to have that edge. So make sure that you're always investing in your education, because everything that you do to build your clientele, it all stacks, and you don't want to, you know, do all this work and then, you know, suck. So unsuck. You can do that. You can unsuck. Promise me. I mean, I promise you, you can do it. I swear. All right. Go build that clientele.